Support for our podcast comes from Audible.com, where you can find the last 10 years of This American Life.
Act 4. Spray my name, spray my name. Over years, Brian Thomas Gallagher has followed the cat and mouse struggle between graffiti writers and the people who notice the work more than anybody else, the cops who are trying to bust them.
So this is how it works. Some teenager decides he's going to start writing his name on things. Buildings, vans, windows. And then 75 NYPD officers have full-time jobs trying to hunt him down and arrest him. They can get downright obsessive.
A lot of the officers in the unit will say, I want this guy.
This is Lieutenant Steve Mona. He's been with the Vandal Squad for 19 years. He knows the feeling.
It becomes like a disease. You hear it when the cops come into work at night. They don't just drive down the parkway to get to work. They drive down the parkway and looking at the bridge abutments and everything. And the minute they come into work, it's not even roll call time yet. And you hear one cop saying to the other one, "Hey, did you drive down the Bronx River today?" "No, I didn't. Why?" "Oh, well, it was clean yesterday, and so-and-so and so-and-so hit it last night. They must have been out there. Damn, I was there, we passed there around 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't remember the graffiti."
As cat and mouse games go, this is classic. You have the writers, more nimble but less powerful, dashing out, doing their work, almost taunting. And then you have the cops, watching and waiting and occasionally catching them. The 75 Vandal Squad cops call themselves the Vandals. Some cops will get fixated on a certain writer. Officers have been known to keep snapshots of graffiti taped to their computer monitors, and for a while, Lieutenant Mona's screensaver was a piece by a notorious writer named Lee. They study a writer's work, learn his style and habits. They follow them to and from their houses. They know where they work. They keep thick dossiers full of photos of different tags. Tags are what a graffiti writer writes. They're graffiti alias. To most people, they barely look like English. Vandal Squad cops are pretty much the only people in the city besides the writers who can read them. In an odd way, Vandal Squad cop can become a writer's biggest fan. But the writers know the cops too. Steve Mona is famous, although they don't keep files on him.
They actually took my ID card photo, which was on the NYPD website, and made a stencil out of it, and that was getting stenciled all over the place. I've had stuff written about me, about my sexual orientation and things like that. It's just... The first time it happened, I was offended by it, and then a chief who I worked for at the time said, "If they're writing your name instead of their own, you're doing a good job."
And that's not all. I was talking about Mona with a graffiti writer that goes by the appetizing tag of Earsnot when this came up.
I've seen his Friendster thing. I know somebody else did that. I'm sorry.
He has a Friendster page?
There was a Friendster page of this cop with a mustache that looked, and it said Mona. Somebody was putting up stencils of that. It was obviously a character that somebody else created about him.
After he told me about the Friendster page, I looked it up. It is actually a photo of Mona, lifted from the Vandal Squad website. Among his listed hobbies are spray paint, markers, Rikers Island, and ruining a kid's life who just wants to have some fun. Graffiti writers actually give specific cops nicknames, like Bongos, whose name was a play on his actual name, Baglioli, or Iceman, who looked like the character from Top Gun. Then there were Tom and Jerry, because their names were, in fact, Tom and Jerry, like the cat and the mouse.
First of all, let me just say, every time I've gotten chased, I've gotten away. So I have a 100% record of running and getting away.
Is there an enjoyable aspect to the fact that the cops are looking for you and after you?
It feels good to be wanted and stuff, no matter what anybody says, no matter what kind of want it is. It's dope. They want to get me, It's Bonnie and Clyde. It's Wilt Chamberlain. They just want you.
One strange thing about this game is that it's actually really hard to convict anyone for writing graffiti. The police can't just know who you are. They have to catch you in the act. And if they do, they can only charge you with that one offense, even if they know you've blanketed all of Brooklyn with that exact same tag. Once you're in court, most judges don't take graffiti very seriously. Even the biggest cases tend to end in community service or probation. Still, every major graffiti writer has been arrested multiple times. Not long ago, Earsnot gave the cops a little gift by giving an interview in a graffiti documentary called Infamy. It hasn't been released, And even the director doesn't know how it ended up in the Vandal Squad's hands. Here's the clip that got him in trouble.
You do it in daytime, midtown, easy. People in suits like, I didn't see that.
He's walking down the street in broad daylight, tagging mailboxes, windows, and doors with a fat silver marker.
I like it, especially when I can see the cop, and I'm like, touching my tag, and then, and done. Circle, underline, star.
We knew who he was. He's doing his tag in the video.
That's Lieutenant Mona.
We have him doing the graffiti on video.
It's the nature of me and most graffiti writers. You don't want anybody telling you what to do. You want to break the law. You want to take that chance of getting caught, and you love it, and you love with them and being like, well, you know, I'm going to do it again and again.
The officers watched, and then they, stopped the video. Okay, we got a street sign. Okay, I know the neighborhood, and then just let me drive up one street and down the next street and up the one street until they found those particular locations.
And they did.
And they did.
And you arrested him at work.
He was arrested.
The case is still open though, and Snot's holding out. I talked to him in the same exact store that he walks into on the video, the same exact store where he was arrested, and he explained it all this way.
They saw someone who looked like me doing something in a movie, and they just assumed that they were going to arrest me and everything was going to be all right.
You know, I can see where you are, so I know that I'm not getting caught, you know what I'm saying?
The person in the video is either Earsnot or someone wearing a meticulously well-realized Earsnot costume. Then there's a graffiti writer who managed to evade the police longer than anyone else, the guy whose tag was Revs. Revs accomplished one of the most extensive and sustained graffiti projects of all time. He didn't just bomb as many walls as he could. He didn't just write his name. He wrote his entire autobiography on New York City itself, on the walls of the subway tunnels. Down there, between the stations, he would paint a swath of wall white, say 4 feet by 10. And then on the white patch he would write in black spray paint, page after page, telling his life story in the dark, in a place where no one would read it. The pages are signed, numbered, and dated. There are 235 of them, one between almost any 2 stations in the city. I've seen a few dozen, and they are quite moving and impressive. Even Lieutenant Mona thought they were interesting. Little poems, he called them. For years it was a mystery, even to the cops, how he did it and who he was. How he got a roller, a ladder, and a bucket of paint into the tunnels at night, all while dodging trains and cops and track workers. Cops would read the pages for biographical details, like page 2, where Revs gives the date of his birth and the name of the Brooklyn hospital where he was delivered, Victory Memorial in Bay Ridge. He was 8 pounds, 13 ounces, a C-section. This went on for years, the Vandal Squad chasing him the whole time. Finally, he was caught in the act, arrested, charged, and convicted, not only with graffiti and trespassing, but also possession of stolen property, which he was wearing, a stolen subway worker's uniform. That's how he was able to evade the police all those years. Everybody who saw him with the buckets of paint just thought he belonged down there. The officer who caught and interrogated him, James Baglioli, the one graffiti writers call Bongos, has probably read more of his pages than any non-writer. He told me he'd spent so long chasing Revs, piecing him together, sort of forming him in his mind, that it came to be that he understood him a little. Revs turned out to be a 33-year-old iron worker from a working-class neighborhood. Not so different, really, from any of the cops pursuing him.
Brian Thomas Gallagher is a senior editor at Topic magazine.